Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got our Omnimon 2nd anniversary playmat along with our plush Gabumon helping us out because we're going to take a look at the 21st starter deck, Hero of Hope. So as before, let's take a quick look at the box. We got the front, we got the side saying the 4 different types of cards. The other side just again says starter deck Hero of Hope. I really wish that it had the breakdown like the old decks did. And it says 15 types in total, a ready to play 54 card deck. So that must mean that there's 15 different cards, which good to know, I suppose. Back, pretty much the same blurb that was on the Protector of Light. Top and bottom, nothing interesting there. So if this is anything like the other one, then who did we see? We saw, well, there they are, right? So we saw Izzy, Tai, Sora, and Kari. So in this one we got TK, Matt, Mimi, and Joe. So there should be in here. Interesting thing to note is that other than War Greymon, there were no other level 6s in there. And we were missing Greymon and Metal Greymon out of that. So I'm imagining we're going to have a similar format here where we're going to get Gabumon and Metal Garurumon, but we'll be missing Garurumon and Rare Garurumon, as well as Lilymon, Seraphimon, and Vikemon is what I imagine. So I'm hoping that in a future set, those will come out for the adventure archetype to kind of complete everything. And this one's also kind of stuck. I know it's making it stuck this time, so we can kind of try and get around that. Alright, got everything out. I'm just gonna stick that back right there. Starting off the same way as we did before, let's take a look at the playmat for this one. I think I like this one a bit better than the other one. It might just be that expression. Like, it's not like a friendly kind of kids show. Pokemon, Charmander do an attack, or even Charizard. Like, that is like, there's some fierce energy behind that Gabumon. I really like that. Again, we got the game flow in the corner. And there's nothing on the reverse side, which is good for a playmat. So that's great. And then this should be the same kind of is like examples. We got cards needed for the game, preparation for the game, turn order, cost and memory gauge, attack order, which is the most important thing, I think, because a lot of the time people have problems with this, if anything in the game, like when do timings come into play? What happens when? That is what I see the most on a Facebook group that I'm part of, where they're like, hey, how do I know when this goes off? Like, at what step during it does it happen? And that is really cool to have there. Again, we've got the apps, and check out the official site. Yeah, nothing on the back of here. This would be a good spot to put something else, just because, unlike the playmat, you don't need this out the entire time. You can put something on the back, so you can like flip back and forth between them. Don't know exactly what you would have put on the back. Maybe some examples of some cards interacting. That would have been neat. So getting into the deck itself, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These should be the special cards. We also have the keyword cards. And I do have the special cards from the other starter deck off to the side so that we can see if they are different. But again, keywords, only thing that I wish they would have done with this is update them so that they're in alphabetical order. Because as helpful as this is, like, if you're looking for something in particular, like I can see someone skipping over it a couple times, just being like, where is that one word that I'm looking for? So that would have been nice just to have it alphabetical. With that out of the way, let us start looking at the deck. Starting off, we got 4 Sumomon, which just like in the Protector of Light, where Koromon was in, or Sumomon was in Koromon's card, Koromon is in Sumomon's card. His ability, on deletion, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Adventure trait from your trash to your hand. That's pretty good, because we didn't see any of that in the other decks, so I'm glad that they're getting this. Also, because of the way that it works, you can kind of mix the decks pretty easily together. Next up, we have the Gabumon line we're going to start with. I'm going to start announcing it like that because last time, like I said, we didn't go rookies through Mega. We kind of went by Digimon. So we got 4 copies of this new Gabumon, who's a 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 2000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 0. In all turns, your opponent can't gain memory other than by Tamer effects. No inherited effect. Like the Tentomon from Protector of Light, this one's one that I would easily cut 2 out of. It's just not worth running for, I think. Especially with no inherited ability. Next up, we have Ikakumon. 4 copies. 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. Digivolve from level 3 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 2. Security, at the end of battle, play this card without paying the cost. On player, when Digivolving, trash the top 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, one of their Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of their turn. Inherited effect, when attacking once per turn, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. I like the idea of this security effect where after it's battled an opponent's Digimon through security, it gets played out. However, this is just 4 cards. Like, I'd want to see an entire archetype where, like, that was their shtick. Where, like, after they battle, they come out to the field. That'd be pretty interesting. Because, like, that would... Like, I would definitely like to see that. Building a deck like that would be incredibly hard. I mean, if enough of the Adventure Digimon could do it, that would work because they work with any colors. But it is something that I would like to see. Next up, we got Vikemon, or Zudomon, 4 copies. Said Vikemon for a second. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 7000 DP. Digivolve from level 4 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 3. On player, when Digivolving, for every 2 colors your Tamers have, trash any one of your opponent's Digimon's Digivolution cards. Then return one of their Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards to the hand. Your turn, once per turn, when your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack. Inherited effect, Alliance. Again, I like it where it doesn't say what it is up here, but you can read it down here and you know what it does. Because this is a starter deck. That's interesting. I like this one because, like, trashing cards, especially if you're mixing up these 2 decks, like, you would have 6 colors. So that would be 3 Digivolution cards just gone from the opponent. This is interesting. Or no, this was on par, I think, with Tailmon or Gatomon, but we have Angemon, but no Patamon. Okay. So I'm hoping that, again, that we get Salamon and Patamon as well. But Angemon, 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. We get 4 copies of them. Digivolve from level 3 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 2. When Digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Tamer card with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. Inherited effect, When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. This one's alright. Like, I do like the playing out the Tamer, especially with this one, but I think 4 is too much. This is another one that I'd probably cut down to 2. Like, I do like the DP reduction, but I just don't think it's good enough. Then we get 2 copies of Magna Angemon. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 7000 DP. Digivolve from a level 4 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 3. On player, when Digivolving, place one of your opponent's 6000 or lower Digimon as their top security card. For every 2 colors your Tamers have, add 2000 to this effect's DP maximum. Your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack. Inherited effect, Alliance. Again, this is like very thematic to the show where they're all working together. I like that a lot. Is it going to be great in the meta? Probably not. But this is a starter deck, so I don't expect that. I can just kind of say like, well, I would take out this card, that card would go out. This one, it's alright. Again, I think the main kind of thing that these decks are going to come down to, and like combining them and figuring out what the best thing is figuring out the Tamers. Because a lot of them are like, this Tamer, that Tamer, do this with an Adventure Tamer. So you kind of need to figure out what is the best kind of combination. Up next, we've got Palmon, 4 copies. 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 0. On play, by trashing 1 card with the Adventure trait in your hand, draw 2 cards. Inherited effect, all turns this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Draw power is nice, but I think this one is another one of those weak ones where I probably cut it out of the deck. I mean, it goes good with the... Was it the egg? Where it's like you get to get stuff from the trash? Yeah, so this works with Sumamon. But I'm just not sure. Like, if it's really that worthwhile. And then we got their champion. 4 copies of Togemon. 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. Digivolve from level 3 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 2. On player, when Digivolving, if your Tamers with the Adventure trait have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. Inherited effect, all turns this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Again, like, we're very focused on the Tamers, which I think is, like, think about it, a stark contrast of how they were just a little bit ago. Because they didn't include Tamers, like, let's see. Yeah, here we are. Like, back in ST9, they didn't say anything about Tamers, and I think this goes back to, like, what I had been saying before, where they're trying to get people to play Tamers, so they're making Tamers better, and now they have made some starter decks, which are focused around the Tamers, hoping that people will play them again, because I think they underutilized the Tamers, and they kind of were trash for a while. Next card we've got is 4 copies of Lilymon. 7 play cost, 7000 DP, 3 Digivolution cost. Digivolve from a level 4 with the Adventure trait for a cost of 3. On player, when Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's 5000 DP or lower Digimon. Then for every 2 colors your Tamers have, return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack. Inherited effect, Alliance. This one is one of the best ones that I think that I've seen for these decks thus far, simply because you get to suspend all of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less, and then you get to return one of their suspended Digimon. Well, for every 2 colors your Tamer have, you get to suspend one of the, or return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. That's not something that was suspended by this one's effect. Simply, you play this one out. If you have one tamer, which all of them are dual color, so if you have just one, you get to send one back. And that can be pretty powerful. Like if they're attacking with their big eye and you put her down and they bring her to the bottom, or they bring them to the bottom of the deck, like that's pretty good. Like this is a staple for this starter deck, the adventure style. Like definitely would keep 4 copies of her in. Next up, we have 4 copies of Gabumon. We didn't pull the alt art, which, you know what, I'm not too upset about. I'd only be upset if like we pulled it out of one and we didn't pull it out of the other one, because my brain would just be like, you have to hunt down the other one. You have to hunt down the other one. So 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with the adventure trait for a cost of 0. Your turn. While your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, or your tamers have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may Digivolve into Metal Garurumon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. Inherited effect, when attacking, once per turn, draw 1 card, then trash 1 card in your hand. Alright, so this one again is going with the Sumomon, where on deletion, you get to get something back out from the trash. This is kind of helping you set up that trash. I don't feel like this one's great though, just because like this is like the second card that's mentioned trash stuff, so not really worthwhile. Final Digimon, we got 2 copies of Metal Garurumon Ace. 7 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolve from level 5 with the adventure trait for a cost of 3. Hand counter Blast Digivolution. On player, when Digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. For every 2 colors your tamers have, add 1 to this effect's level maximum. When attacking, once per turn, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Ace Overflow -4, and we get 2 copies, if I didn't say that, which mirrors the Protector of Light, which, in my opinion, again, like, you're going to have to buy at least both of these decks to kind of get enough level 6s to play casually, I would say. Which means you're going to need a 3rd deck to really kind of get some momentum going, and I don't like that. Next up, we've got our Tamers. Starting off, we've got 4 copies of Joe and Mimi. 3 play costs, start of your main phase. If you have a Digimon with the adventure trait, gain 1 memory. Your turn, when any Digimon card with the adventure trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. Security, play this card without paying the cost. I feel like, was it Sora and Kari were like almost the exact same? If not, can I read this tiny text on the front of the card? I cannot. That is way too small. It's blurred out. I'm not going to be able to read it. I might look at them both later and see about like trying to put a deck together. Maybe I'll do a video about that if anyone wants to see it. Let me know down in the comments. We got our other tamer, which is Matt and TK. Tiny thing that I don't like about these personally is that Matt's over here, TK's over here, Joe's over here, Mimi's over here. Like, if they could have just flipped these pictures or swapped the names around, like, that would have made me so much happier. Just because it's very weird. Like purple, purple, yellow, yellow. Don't like it. 3 play cost. Your turn. When any of your Digimon cards with the adventure trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. Your turn. All of your level 5 or higher Digimon with the adventure trait gain Rush. Security, play this card without paying the cost. So again, this one is very similar to the Tai and Izzy, I believe it is. Because I remember that one, there was some talk about all the level 5 or higher Digimon on that card too. Or maybe it was the option cards. But something mentioned the level 5 or higher. And now we're getting into the option cards. And just like before, we're doing by colors apparently. We got 4 copies of Believe in Our Friendship. 3 play cost. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Adventure trait on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirement. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Adventure trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then place this card in the battle area. Main, delay. By trashing this card after the placing turn, activate the effect. Gain 2 memory. Security, place this card in the battle area. So, okay, this is just a modified memory boost is what I'm seeing. It's specifically for adventure, so this is what you would play in those decks. You wouldn't put the memory boosts in here because those are specifically for one singular color. And as we've seen, this one talks about the Tamers and how many colors they have in the Tamers to get more effects. And the final card in the deck is Genai's House, which is a 2 play cost. While you have no face-up Genai House security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security, your turn. All of your level 3 or higher Digimon gain 3000 DP. Main, add your bottom security card to the hand, then place this card face up as a bottom security card. Security effect. Security, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. See, this one is much better than the one that was in the Protector of Light, because that one said, like, put it on top. This one, you put it on the bottom of the security, so it's going to be there for a while. And all your level 3 or higher Digimon are going to get plus 3000 DP. That is going to power them up a lot. I would probably take 2 of these out and put 2 of the ones from Protector of Light in there, just so that you get a good, like, combination of those. But yeah, with that out of the way, we have gone through the entire deck. So let's take a look at the scrambles. So we've got red scramble, blue scramble, yellow scramble, green scramble, black scramble, and purple scramble. Ooh, I like that one a lot with Devimon and Demi-Devimon. But yeah, we got Biyomon, Hawkmon, Agumon, Huckmon. And then we've got Gabumon, Vmon, Bearmon. I can't remember that one's name. I didn't watch much of... That was like the Men in Black one. I don't remember what that one was called. I don't think it was Savers. We got Harrismon, Patamon, Cutemon, and Shoemon. We got Palamon, Floramon, Lopmon, and Terramon. And then we got Numon, Sukamon, and Chuchumon. And then we got Demi-Devimon and Devimon. This is one that I might try and get a couple more copies of just for my own collection. Because, yeah, pretty cool looking. Again, just to read over it, they're all basically the same. It's just replace whatever color with whatever color the card is. But main, one of your Digimon, one of your whatever color Digimon may Digivolve into whatever color Digimon card in your hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. Then place this card in the battle area. Start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon, delay, return 1 whatever color Digimon card from your trash to the top of the deck. Then, if you don't have a Digimon, you may play 1 whatever color Digimon card with 2000 DP or less from your trash without paying the cost. Security, you may play 1 whatever color Digimon card with 2000 DP or less from your trash without paying the cost, then add this card to the hand. And that is what they all do. So I'm not going to read them all, but we are going to look at the different ones. So we got, these are the 2 red scrambles, which very cool. The 2 blue scrambles. The two yellow scrambles, the two green scrambles, the two black scrambles, and the two purple scrambles. Which, if I'm going to be honest, like, I think that the black and purples are probably the laziest out of them all. Like, all the other ones are our main cast, and then they couldn't figure out what to do, so they put these ones in there. I feel like they should have done ones closer tied to the show. Like, probably do Ogremon on that one to mirror the Demi-Devimon and Devimon. Something like that. But the one that they chose, not too crazy about. But yeah, so this one came in the Protector of Light. And this one came in the Hero of Hope. In case your decision is based off of these instead of the decks themselves. Or if you're looking for getting a third deck, because like I said, each one only comes with 2 level 6s. Maybe that'll help you out. As we always do before we head out, we got to open up a pack. And I have an official tournament pack of volume 12. One of 6 cards. We got what looks like Metal Edamon, Dark Dramon. I can't remember this one's name. I think it's Harrismon's evolution. We got Elecmon. That one's, I want to say Kiwimon, but that's wrong. And then we got Mamamimon. I probably like Metal Edamon or Mamamimon, if I'm being honest. The other ones aren't, none of these are truly my favorites, but I think I like those two the best out of the 6. Alright, what do we got? We got Mamamimon. Yo, love that. This is from BT11, so this isn't a promo. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP. Digivolves from green or black is mono black. On player, when Digivolve, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying the cost. Place the rest at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. Neat. Inherited effect, your turn, once per turn. When you play another Digimon by an effect, one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. I mean, I like the artwork. I don't know how much I would use this, but yeah, happy we got him. But there you go. Let me know, which deck do you think is better? Personally, before we head out, I just remembered what I was thinking while opening this. I'm like, gosh, you know what would have been better than this is if they had done one deck, just one, given us both Metal Gabumon and War Greymon, cut some of the other cards out, and instead put all those other cards with all the other cards that were missing. The Patamon, the Salmon, the War Greymon, or the Metal Greymon, the Wergarurumon, all of those, if they put them in another set of cards, so that we could get those in an actual set and use those to kind of modify our deck. I think that would have been a much better option than these 2 coming out at the same time, personally. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Would you have liked to see that rather than these 2? Because these kind of almost feel like half-finished decks. I know they're starters, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I feel like they're kind of weak compared to other starters, because they only have 2 megas in each. As always, if you liked the video, give it a good old thumbs up, hit that like button. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. We upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.